Greetings. In this devotion, we are going to see from 1 Samuel. And in 1 Samuel, last devotion, we saw about Elkanah, Peninnah, and Hannah. And Hannah didn't have a child, and she went to the house of the Lord and she prayed, and she came back without her face being saddened because she trusted in the Lord. And today, we are going to see the exact same story, but in a different way. And Hannah, when she had no children, she was bullied by Peninnah, saying that, "Look at me, I have four children. I have many children," and Hannah not being able to bear a child, she was being bullied by Peninnah, and we see that here in verse um, 6. Because the Lord had closed 1 verse 6, because the Lord had closed Hannah's womb, her rival kept provoking her in order to irritate her, and this went not only for a day or for a month, it went on for years. Years Peninnah was mocking and was irritating Hannah, and to the point Hannah came to the Lord and said, "Lord, look out for your servant." And here we see two sets of people. Here we see Hannah and Peninnah is boasting over her children. She had children, so she is looking down on Hannah, saying that you don't have children. And we see Hannah being secure in the Lord in chapter 2. Hannah says, "My heart rejoices in the Lord." Now Hannah bore a child, and she named her Samuel. And Samuel, she said that she would give to the Lord if she receives a son. And that's exactly what she receives. God has opened her womb, and God has given her a son, and she named her Samuel, and she gave it to the Lord. She gave him to the Lord. And we see that Hannah is not boasting over Samuel. Hannah is boasting over the Lord. She says, "My heart rejoices in the Lord." And Hannah is not saying, "Because God has given me my son, my heart is rejoicing in my son." No, she's not saying that. And she's not saying that, "Oh, because I have gotten my son is going to be the object of worship." No, the son is not the object of worship for Hannah. Hannah goes to the Lord and she says, You are my rejoicing, and you are my horn, and you have lifted me up." And she says, "My mouth boasts over my enemies, for I delight in your deliverance." Hannah's deliverance is the Lord. How many times we have connected the blessings of God to the possessions that we have, to the things that we have. Peninnah connected her blessing to what she had. She had many children, so she thought she was blessed and she was mocking Hannah. But Hannah had one son, but Hannah's blessing is not connected to that son, but it was connected to the Lord. And we see that in Matthew, that Jesus told Simon, when Jesus asked Simon, "Who do you think I am?" And he said that, "You are the Son of God." And Jesus said, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah. Blessed are you because you know me." And here we see the blessing of Hannah connected to her knowledge to God and not to her son. And God has greatly rejoiced in Hannah because she has connected her blessing, her trust and her blessing and everything in the Lord. And we see that in, when you get time, read chapter 2, the prayer of Hannah. You will know Hannah had an understanding that it is God who gives children, and it is God who takes away children. It is God who gives the riches, and God who makes poor. You can see the contrast between two things, and she understood that it is God who gives everything. So that knowledge makes Hannah the blessed one here. Amen.